Namaskar, I am Dr. D.R. Patnaik, India Meteorological Department, New Delhi. Today I will be discussing about the weather conditions that prevail over different parts of India during last week and what we are expecting during next 2 weeks. If you see the synoptic conditions that were prevailing during last week, this is the winter time. As you see, the western disturbances in the form of trough that was far north of the India, so it was not having much influence. It was moving eastward. And also there is some cyclonic circulation over the southern peninsular part here close to Sri Lanka, and there is one trough over the southern peninsular region, and also another cyclonic circulation over Bangladesh and adjoining region. Otherwise, there were no major weather systems prevailing during the last week. But main interesting part of the week is that throughout the last week and also prior to that, we were getting dense fog over most part of the Indo-Gangetic Plain region, northwest India. You can see how the layer of fog from 10th January to today, that is 18th January. So most of the day, even the northern part, Punjab, Haryana, West UP, Rajasthan, East UP, Bihar, all these things are having the dense fog. So this is the major weather system we can say in the winter season, and that has caused a lot of problem for the aviation sector as well as the surface transport sector like railway and roadways. And this is the, yes, if you see the statistics of last week, how the fog conditions you can see means more on different days from 11th January to 17th January, you can see the belt where we are getting the satellite images where the fog conditions. So they also reported in our observations. So most of this Indo-Gangetic region, from northwest India to Bihar, and also some part of Odisha and northeast India. This is the fog conditions that prevail, and the cold day, even the cold day, because of the fog condition, the daytime maximum temperature are very less and we are feeling very uncomfortable. So the day temperature are very low. So do we declare that cold day also prevail during many days during the week from 11 to 17 January over that same region. Coming to the other major weather condition during this is the cold wave and severe cold wave that also observed over northern part of the India, northwest part of the India, UP, and also Rajasthan, Punjab. So this you can see, and some places, some sub-regions during the week also severe cold wave. So these three major weather conditions, that is cold wave, severe cold wave, then fog and cold day, that occurred during the last week, and that has caused a lot of inconvenience for the transport sector, both surface and aviation. Now, since there were no major weather systems, particularly the rain-bearing systems, the rainfall activity was very subdued. We can see here, you can see associated with the trough, some rainfall over central part we got it, and also the south peninsula you can see here, but it is not very heavy. This is light to moderate rainfall only, that means, and also some part of the northeast India. So that's why if we see the rainfall activity, it was not much, not much rainfall, and yes, we have not got much rainfall also during the week from 11 to 17 January, only very limited station got, and also less rainfall, not heavy or very extremely heavy rainfall. So, and due to this thing, as you have observed the cold wave, also all these things, fog conditions, so that is also reflected in the observed maximum temperature and minimum temperature. If we see the weekly, this is the weekly maximum temperature, and this is the departure from normal maximum temperature. This is the weekly minimum temperature from 11 to 17 January, and this is its departure, and this is the average mean temperature and its departure. Departure means how it is different from deviate from the normal climatology. So if you see look at the maximum temperature, that fog belt, etc., all these things, that very low temperature here, maximum temperature, day temperature, that means very less, and as a result the departure also it was large negative. So that means this fog belt maximum temperature was very less, and as a result, as I was showing, so we got a cold day. Similarly, minimum temperature, if you look at the very low temperature, minimum temperature 4 to 8 over the weekly average over that part, and even less than 4 degree, but the departure also, that belt slightly negative. This is the negative temperature, minimum temperature, new temperature also less by about 2 to 3 degree over on this thing on weekly average. So both that belt maximum temperature and minimum temperature less, and that is also reflected in the your mean temperature. On day-to-day basis, there is some, if you see the animation plot of maximum temperature and minimum temperature, you can see how the negative temperature belt, maximum temperature and minimum temperature entire over the plain in northwest India means prevailing, that is about minus, sometimes on some occasion it is more than minus 7 degree also. So this is the way, that means that belt was because of the fog conditions, cold day and cold wave conditions. Now rainfall, it is very interesting part, because rainfall we have not received much rainfall during the week. So to see this thing, how season has performed, even 1st January itself, if you see, look at this thing, this is the 4 homogeneous region of India. We have divided into 4 parts: northwest, central, south peninsula and northeast. If we look at the time series, the vertical bar indicate the actually the rainfall occurred on that day, and this is the red line is the normal. So if you see here, that is the northwest India rainfall activity very less. That's why, because as I say, not much WD, western disturbance activity there, and whatever weather there from WD, it was mostly passing north of the India. That's why it was not giving any much rainfall. So starting from January, you can see hardly any rainfall activity, otherwise it is very less. Similarly, if you look at the central India also, central India, of course, some pockets, some days we got it some good rainfall, but still it is normal, less than normal on many days, starting days, and also during this period, last week also. If you see, the rainfall activity much less. And coming to the east northeast part, yes, that is also less rainfall. Only on 2 days it is showing rainfall, where the normal is much higher during entire from 1st January to 17th January. This is the only part where South Peninsula has got some rainfall. Here you can see that is the most of the rainfall are the vertical bars are above the normal. So South Peninsula only got the rainfall from this during this winter season. We call it winter season starting from the 1st January. So consequent to this one, if you see the statistic of rainfall, actually for week, this is the week rainfall for the 11 to 17 week, and this is the cumulative, 1st January to 17. So here all the things, and this is the country as a whole, how the lines, vertical lines are actual rainfall, and this is normal. So here country as a whole, it is minus 49%, means rainfall is less by 49%. That means not much rainfall activity occur from the 1st January for country as a whole, and except only over the South Peninsula, it has given 185% above normal rainfall. Okay, whatever the normal, it is above normal by 185%. But other 3 regions, if you see your east, northeast, and northwest and central India, it is much less, and you can see large deficient or deficient to large deficient over the subdivision over that part. So this is the thing. Rainfall has not, we have not got good rainfall till now in the winter season. And today condition is also not that much any rain bearing system is there. This is the winter season. Only the trough has little bit extended towards the Chhattisgarh region, and that's why we also got some rainfall. Otherwise, only the cyclone circulation, not much synoptic conditions that we can give, that can give good rainfall. Also, there is no WD, western disturbance, passing through the northern India. And associated with these things, so that we are running many different models. So if you see how this model is also not giving much rainfall activity, this is the circulation and this is the rainfall. Only over some part, means less rainfall, not very heavy, but yes, over this belt we are expecting some rainfall as model is giving forecast. And if you see, this is the your global model, and also we run the extended range model, means next 2 weeks forecast. So that also see this is the rainfall and this is the departure. So first week we can expect some rainfall over this belt, and when we come to second week, this is very interesting. If you see the second week, it is indicating the formation of WD, western disturbance over northwest India. That's why the rainfall is we are expecting rainfall over north India, and the above normal also rainfall, particularly the associated with the western disturbance rainfall. So this is the forecast for the rainfall particularly. So next next week 2 only we are expecting good rainfall activity over the northwest India as per the model forecast. Now, based on this one, first thing we have given the warning. So, here the major weather warning is because of the fog, your cold wave or cold day. So, this is the major thing for next 5 days. So, this is multi-hazard early warning. If you see fog, cold day and cold wave conditions, hailstones also. So, if you see the belt, actually we are expecting this today, tomorrow, next 5 days, means over this gradually it is decreasing, but otherwise all type of this fog, cold day or cold, we are expecting on next 2 to 3 days, dense fog also, and gradually that will slightly improve. But if you see the 5 days, so that's why this similar conditions is going to prevail, and we have to take precaution particularly for this transport sectors, all the sectors who are affected particularly because of the dense fog, cold day and cold wave conditions. And the temperature, minimum temperature, if you see the forecast for extended, I mean next 2 weeks, if you see, just see, this is the week 1 minimum temperature, much lower minimum temperature are prevailing over northern India, and this is the departure means normal. What forecast, model forecast is also indicating, this is this negative anomaly, means lower temperature will prevail over that northern India and also the part of eastern India and central India. And when we come to the week 2 means week 2 forecast from, that is from 26 January to 1st February. So here there is a rise in minimum temperature. As a result, we can see here there will be improvement of, that means temperature will increase. So the minimum temperature is likely to increase during the next means second week means that's why. But first week still there are negative temperature anomaly. That means we are going to get the cold wave, etc. But yes, when we come to the week 2 means there is not likely cold wave conditions. And this is that's why this is a forecast as per the model guidance. The week 1 we are expecting cold wave or severe cold wave here. Probability here you can see here. This is the belt, and yes, this is during week 1. But week 2, as I showed the model forecast, we are not expecting any cold wave during the week 2. Then another feature is that because maximum temperature is also very important, because we are experiencing the cold day condition, because the day temperature is very falling. So if you see their maximum temperature, how it will be there, this is the week 1, this is the maximum temperature, that is also much lower value, you can see here. And when you see the temperature anomaly, if you see here, just see, this is the maximum temperature, more part of the central India and some part of UP, Bihar, this is also there is maximum temperature likely to be below normal. So that is also worried. That's why we also for few days we will be getting your maximum temperature, dense fog that is there, and also day temperature will be less than normal. But when we come to week 2, again there is likely increase of maximum temperature during week 2, just like minimum temperature. And the departure, if you see here, many parts it is positive anomaly, means temperature is going to increase. So that means with respect to temperature, the week 2 we are going to see the rise in temperature, both minimum and maximum temperature. And this is the fog conditions that already I explained. And due to the first week, there will be dense fog and dense fog, very dense fog also likely over that belt of your central northwest India up to Jharkhand, West Bengal also, and cold day to severe cold day, because the maximum temperature is likely to fall. So that also we are going to get over the belt. But week 2, I think there is isolated places the fog can be there, but your other places it is not likely to continue. And this is your cyclogenesis. Beside this thing, we also give the forecast, but since this is not, there is not model is not indicating, so we have not given any operationally cyclogenesis for next 2 weeks. So this is the major all weather conditions, and also what we are expecting during next 2 weeks. And all these things are available in our social media platform, Mosam app, and also your website. So the main precaution is that since we are going to experience the dense fog conditions, and also the cold day condition for them, and also cold wave also for part, particularly the first week, but there will be slight improvement in second week. So this is the main about weather conditions and the outlook for next 2 weeks. And I take leave from you and thank you very much. And we will again come back with our weather conditions and outlook in the next Thursday. Thank you.